Hello friends, let's start our today's video with some simple questions. The answer for the first question is 2 to the power 3 plus 2, which is 2 to the power 5. Why is it so? Because when two powers having the same base are multiplied together, the base remains the same and the exponents get added. That is, for integers m and n, a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. Now, 2 power 4 divided by 2 power 2 is equal to 2 to the power 4 minus 2, which is nothing but 2 squared. This is because when two powers having the same base are divided, the base remains the same and the exponent of the denominator would be subtracted from the exponent of the numerator. That is, for the integers m and n, a to the power m divided by a to the power n will be equal to a to the power m minus n. Instead of 2 power 4 divided by 2 power 2, if we have 2 power 2 divided by 2 power 4, then we will get 1 by 2 power 2. And 1 by 2 power 2 can be written as 2 power minus 2, just as a convention, as 1 by a to the power m is equal to a to the power minus m. Now, for 2 to the power 3 whole squared, the answer will be 2 to the power 3 multiplied by 2, which is nothing but 2 to the power 6. This is because a to the power m whole to the power n is always equal to a to the power m multiplied by n. Finally, 2 power 3 multiplied by 3 power 3 will be equal to 2 into 3 whole to the power 3, as we are multiplying 3 pairs of 2 multiplied by 3. Similarly, a power m multiplied by b power m will be equal to a into b whole power m, where m is an integer. Now, these are the 4 laws of exponents. In our previous class, we saw that these laws are applicable only for integer values of m and n. Now, all these laws can be extended to rational values of m and n as well. So, 2 power 3 by 2 multiplied by 2 power 5 by 2 must be equal to 2 to the power 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2, which is nothing but 2 to the power 4. But wait a minute, what does 2 to the power 3 by 2 or 2 to the power 5 by 2 actually indicate? In our previous class, if you remember, we learned about square roots and cube roots. That is, if 3 squared is equal to 9, then the square root of 9, which is represented as square root 9, is equal to square root of 3 squared. We know that square root of 3 squared is equal to 3. But why? This is because the square root is nothing but the power of 1 by 2. So therefore, square root of 3 squared is equal to 3 power 2 whole to the power 1 by 2, which is nothing but 3 to the power 2 multiplied by 1 by 2, which is nothing but 3. So if 3 squared is equal to 9, then square root of 9, which is 9 to the power 1 by 2, is equal to 3. Similarly, 3 cube is equal to 27. So the cube root of 27, which is 27 to the power 1 by 3, will be equal to 3. Now, in general, if a to the power m is equal to b, then a will be equal to b to the power 1 by m, which is the mth root of b. Now, let's get back to our original question, which is, what does 2 to the power 3 by 2 indicate? Well, it can be understood in 2 ways. The first is 2 power 1 by 2 whole cube, which is, first take the square root of 2 and then cube the result. And the second is 2 cube whole power 1 by 2, which is, first cube 2 and then take the square root of the result. Both these methods lead to the same result. So let's solve some questions. using the laws of exponents. Here is your first question. We have to simplify 64 to the power 1 by 2. Simplifying means writing this number in its simplest form, and simplest form would be an integer if possible. We know that 64 is equal to 8 squared. And if we substitute 8 squared in place of 64, we will get 8 power 2 whole to the power 1 by 2. We know that a to the power m whole power n is equal to a to the power m multiplied by n. So, the final answer will be a to the power 1, which is 8. Now, in the same problem, we could have written 64 as 2 to the power 6. And if we do so, we will get 2 to the power 6 whole power 1 by 2, which is nothing but 2 cubed, which is equal to 8. So in both the methods, we got the same answer. Now as you keep practicing, you will get the better idea of expressing the numbers as powers. Now let's solve this problem 8 to the power 2 by 3. Let's do it by using the two approaches. In the first approach, 8 to the power 2 by 3 is equal to 8 squared whole power 1 by 3. And we know that 8 squared is nothing but 64. So 8 to the power 2 by 3 will be equal to 64 to the power 1 by 3. Now, in the place of 64, I'll substitute 4 to the power 3. So 64 to the power 1 by 3 will be equal to 4 cubed to the power 1 by 3. Again, from a to the power m whole to the power n equal to a to the power m into n, 4 cubed whole power 1 by 3 will be equal to 4 to the power 3 multiplied by 1 by 3, which is nothing but 4. Therefore, a to the power 2 by 3 is equal to 4. And now, if we solve the same problem using the another approach, that is, if we suppose a to the power 2 by 3 equals to a to the power 1 by 3 whole squared, then in place of 8, we have to substitute 2 cubed, as 8 is nothing but 2 cubed. So we will get 2 power 3 whole power 1 by 3 whole power 2. And we know that 2 power 3 whole power 1 by 3 is nothing but 2. So the final answer will be 2 squared, which is nothing but 4, which is same as the previous method. Let's solve this final problem before we conclude our video. Now in this problem, the numerator base is 5 and the base of the denominator is 125. The idea is to make both their bases equal. Now we know that 125 is nothing but 5 cubed. So if I replace 125 by 5 cubed, I'll get the denominator as 5 power 3 whole power 5 by 4, which is nothing but 5 to the power 15 by 4. We know that a to the power m divided by a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus n. Similarly, 5 to the power 3 by 4 divided by 5 to the power 15 by 4 will be equal to 5 to the power 3 by 4 minus 15 by 4, which is nothing but 5 to the power minus 3. So therefore, the answer to this problem is 5 to the power minus 3. If you want, we can still simplify this answer. That is, we know that a to the power minus m is equal to 1 by a to the power m. So therefore, 5 to the power minus 3 will be equal to 1 by 5 cubed, which is nothing but 1 by 125. To solve these sort of problems, practice is very important. As you keep on practicing, you will understand how to express numbers as powers according to the problem. So now, let's quickly summarize before we end our video. For rational numbers m and n, a to the power m multiplied by a to the power n is always equal to a to the power m plus n. For rational numbers m and n, a to the power m divided by a to the power n is always equal to a to the power m minus n. For any rational value of m, a to the power m multiplied by b to the power m is always equal to a into b whole to the power m. A to the power minus m is always equal to 1 by a to the power m, where m is any rational number.